Hey everyone, it's Haley from Cartooniverse, here to bring you a theory about Danny Phantom and the future of one of the characters in the show. While we at Cartooniverse are very well aware that a sequel to Danny Phantom may end up not happening, we still have a few theories on what might happen in the future if the show does end up being greenlit. So with that being said, let's get into the theory. Now, Danny Phantom is a show that has a very diverse cast full of characters, both good and evil alike, who've made quite an impression on not only the fans, but the direction of the series as a whole. From the likes of Skulker, to Valerie, to Clockwork, to even the Box Ghost, they've all had their impact on the show. But if anyone has had a greater influence on the show outside of the main cast, then it would have to be Vlad Masters, the arch enemy of Danny Phantom. Just like Danny, Vlad was affected by the same type of ghost portal experiment, making him a half ghost and giving him the alter ego Vlad Plasmius. And throughout the series, he does what he can to make trouble for Danny, as well as seek out power. Vlad is also incredibly wealthy, and has lived a life of luxury before and during the events of the series. However, in the two-part series finale, Phantom Planet, an asteroid is going to strike the Earth, wiping out all the life on it, and Vlad Masters, out of the kindness of his heart, decides to help save the world from the asteroid. Of course, he only did this after revealing that he's an evil ghost hybrid, and had them give him $500 billion and dictatorship over the entire world. A perfect plan that would have worked if he had been able to stop the asteroid. Luckily, the day was saved thanks to Danny Phantom, and then Vlad appeared to get crushed by the same asteroid at the end of the episode. With that being said, it should have been the end of Vlad Plasmius, but in a video by Butch Hartman called Danny Phantom Ghost Zone Secrets Revealed, he expressed his interest in Vlad's return and what he would do with the character if the show were to continue. So with Vlad's survival confirmed, it's interesting to look at what may lie in the future for him. With the events of Phantom Planet being left behind him, Vlad would attempt to return to the human world, only to see that he doesn't have much of a world left for him. Given that he revealed himself to not only be a half-ghost, but to be an evil one, nobody would trust him, and after his fight with him in the same episode, not even Jack Fenton would trust him, having been his best friend in college and the last person to believe in Vlad. Not only that, but one can imagine his riches wouldn't have been left alone after what he tried to do with Earth. So I'd guess that the mansion and everything in it is gone too. Whether it'll be through looters, the government itself, or some other means, I don't really think that he'd keep his wealth based on what happened. With that, Vlad would have nothing and wouldn't really have anywhere to go on Earth with what he's done. So where would he turn? The Ghost Zone. Unfortunately for him, the Ghost Zone would more than likely treat him the same way, given that they would more than likely know what happened on Earth with him. You see, the show has stated on multiple occasions that the Ghost Zone and the human world are interconnected dimensions, meaning that if something happens to one, the other will be affected. Which means that the destruction of the human world that he nearly caused would not have flown well with them. Because of that, Vlad is more than likely to be hated by the ghosts too. With nowhere really to call home, I imagine that Vlad would be a drifter of sorts between the Ghost Zone and our world for a few years, making his way through the random portals that appear every now and again, leading him to depression, madness, or an odd combination of the two. For those 10 years, Vlad would seemingly disappear from both worlds, save for a few random appearances from random ghosts and humans alike. That, or he tries to attack Danny every now and then, due to the belief that him having him something to do with taking his life away from him. However, over the course of time, he'd hear of the legend of a place known as Elsewhereness, which is a new area of the Ghost Zone that was introduced to us in a new video that Butch Hartman posted. To quote him, he described this realm as a place where all fear, all pain, and all misery don't exist. A paradise for ghosts. Every ghost wants to go there, but no one has succeeded. Well, no one other than a legendary ghost named Sojourn. If the rumors are true, this ghost is the one who is rumored to have been to the Elsewhereness. He kept all his findings in a book which have never been found, but several of these pages have been found hinting at the existence of this place and clues on how to get there. With all of that being known, somewhere over the course of 10 years, he discovered the legend of Elsewhereness, giving him a new ambition in his life to find this place to finally have a sense of peace in his life. But this is also Vlad we're talking about, so he's not just going to stay in Elsewhereness just for relaxation. No, Vlad craves power, and because of that, he'll do anything he can to get the pages and take over Elsewhereness. Vlad would find it easy to take over, given that the people there aren't accustomed to danger. They've never had to fight, and with a ghost like Vlad who will have had the powers for 20 years now, the odds would not be in their favor. It would be the perfect plan for Vlad. And with that, the search for the pages of Sojourn's journal would begin, and the only one to stop him would be none other than Danny Phantom. Maybe Vlad would succeed in making it to Elsewhereness, or maybe not. Either way, Danny would stop him from taking over this new area. But that's at least what we think. What are your thoughts on Vlad's future? And if you would like to see us talk about Danny Phantom some more, please be sure to let us know. One of the best ways to share your thoughts is through the Cartooniverse Discord, which I will give a link to in the description. Right now we only have a text channel for other cartoons, and not Danny's Phantom specifically, but if the demand is high enough, we can change that. Also, as always, thank you Patreon supporters. So a new patron we have is The Roundtable, who if you don't know is another channel that does cartoon theories, reviews, and so much more. Vox, the creator of the channel, is an awesome person and helped us a lot when we needed it. If you would like a shoutout and the many other rewards which are included for just $1 donation, please consider becoming a patron. Thank you Lyoko Gem for writing this series video, and thanks for watching.